Hello everyone, welcome to the Planet Zoo playthrough. I am Adrien Malach, and welcome to the Golden Leo's YouTube channel. I'm gonna be playing this alone.
Whoa.
I know, rare, never have you seen me play something alone. I had some ideas to like really get into some solo playthroughs, and there's also be some other the football players, as well as cheerleaders and all those guys. They'd be playing some of this. It's not some of this, but some of their own playthroughs by themselves. And you're gonna, I think you guys are gonna really like it. Yeah. So let's just make a little dude. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna try to make Adrien. Let's see how this goes. I don't think they really have anything that would be Adrien proof. Not Adrien proof, but Adrien. Adrien's a bit of a wacky dude, as some of you may know. Adrien's kind of a crazy little dude. I'm gonna see if I can find anything that would work for him.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we can change this later on, but first I have to nitpick it because it's. Oh, it's Boogie! Okay, sorry. Immediately reminds me of Boogie. Alright, yeah, we're gonna say that that's Adrien. Closest to Adrien that we can get. Yeah, let's continue. Oh geez, he just really... Oh. Alright. I'll just plop it down right there. Alright, let's do career. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're gonna start in career mode, and then we're gonna go on and maybe do some sandbox, maybe do some challenges, but I want to start in career because career is important. You always want to start a game and its starting points. Plus, the career mode has pre-built things, and I want to like really play with some of the pre-built stuff. See if I can make it good, you know, good jazz. Get it to be cool. Also, can we talk about how this music is a flop?
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, One that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat. Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too. Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Alright, I know that. I know that one.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Oh, that's cool.
See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Oh, here, I see it. Oh god. Okay, so this looking around thing, like, the thing they use for it is the wonky.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Empty. Alright, there we go. Alright, you put like a turtle or something in there. Small.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Oh, fine. Cool. Alright, adopt.
When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade center, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home? When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Where, what now? Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh no! Oh god. Uh-oh. I want to click on the trade center. Come here! Stop running from me! Ah, whatever. I don't care enough to do it. It's crap everywhere. Like, warthog. Ta-da! Warthog. See? Warthog. Very cute little warthog. Yeah, the warthog's just gonna get plopped on top of that warthog, I guess. Alright. So... let's see... Okay, welfare is wicked low. Okay, I think that's just because they just got here, I wanna say. Yeah, I think that's just because they just got here. Habitat. Oh, no enrichment, like, at all. Kitchen. Habitat. Food, water, feed is coolest. Enrichment. I don't have anything. Okay. Dude, is it gonna make me go over here and click on this thing?
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information
I'm
panel,
ready.
which we saw earlier.
Stop speaking to me. I know what I'm doing now.
That way, you'll know exactly
Never mind.
what areas
No
need
one
to be
ever
addressed.
do this.
Don't worry if that's a lot to remember.
Boring.
You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna miss something and not do something.
Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
I don't know where I want to put it. I kind of want to put this right around here. One right.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in.
Bro, they're
that
digging.
bath will count towards their enrichment
Did they
welfare,
dig that up?
specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Alright, how that? Trees. This massive mud pit. I'm gonna put this somewhere that's not in the middle of everything. I'm gonna put this right over.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now,
Keeps
our
them
contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh's state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat.
Oh
It's
boy,
over
look
near
at
the
that boy
hippos.
run! Hold on. I want to spend a moment to enjoy these guys playing in the map. Look at them! Oh, look at that! That's so cute. Look at the play. Oh, okay. That's freaking adorable. I wanted a turtle, but these things are cute too. Alright, let's leave that. So, ostriches. Okay, you may not know this about me, but goddamn do I love ostriches. Oh, where are... Oh, there, I see them. Look at how nice these buildings are. Ooh, okay, this is an ostrich enclosure.
Oh,
with
before we
ostriches.
actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Oh, that's the speed up.
That's more like it.
I
A
see.
quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built.
Uh-oh.
Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate
Yeah.
before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it. Right, let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
My head itchy.
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a step ladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in. There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them. Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
Alright, so...
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster.
I guess we're just gonna play
it can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
There's no food! Okay, whatever, fine. Oh, I see. Adopt. Alright. Now that I got those adopted, let's go over here real quick.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
I know, you crap. Shoot. Okay. Alright, so that's large feeding bowl. And, is there a way to rotate this? Maybe I have to place it. Oh. Fine, I guess.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
There's definitely an issue here.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Rotate Z?
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Okay, I see. Hold on, I'm having some technical difficulties. I hear this one on the play. Oh, it's Z and E is the rising stuff. So let me quickly. Perfect. Alright.
This keeper hut only has space for 1 keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Alright,
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
What do you mean balance rotation? Oh, I see. Ignore my stupidity,
Lovely work.
Screech.
Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Oh, okay, here it is.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Right, so.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Okay. I'll do it. Don't ask me. Right, so. I'm going to put right there. It doesn't really matter if it looks nice. I don't really care right now, so I'm gonna. I don't really think it matters right now if it looks good, so I'm just gonna do the tutorial, and then if she doesn't like it, she can suck the heck. Oh wait, let me do. Oh. Now that I love. Hold on. Right, so I'm gonna tease him. Jesus Christ. Oh god, no. Alright, so that's how you delete him. I see. Alright, so we got that up. I'm gonna put glass. Right there, and right there, and I think I want to rise it all up, to be honest, like this whole place. So that's 3 meters. Oh, I just did that. Really go out. Bro, what are all these freaking... Ah, god damn it. Right there. Jeez, I don't know what that was. All that gone. I just want that. Okay, there. Jeez, okay. Okay. Right. So now that we have that, look at all of this. We're gonna raise it because I really think that a tiger would be able to jump that like kind of high. Right, so I think we can make this like water. At least I think we can. Oh, I think it's waiting for me to add a gate.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you
Hey,
think?
big brain!
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Yep.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat.
Yep.
You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
How do you want it?
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters. Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Oh. Alright. Oh, because that's... I see.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
This is all staff. Okay, and... Right, let's, go to animal trading. Alright, here we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Alright, give me what I want. Give me like every... Oh, it's like a food tray. Strange, but okay. I really want to flatten this out, but you haven't shown me how to do it yet. It makes me really upset.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink.
Oh,
There's
Jesus
already
Christ,
a pool
figure.
excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Water.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment
Yes,
items
that
into
was a
their
nightly
habitat?
freaking puddle. It's a puddle. I've filled that thing up all the way. They're tigers, not kittens. They can swim. Ooh, okay. This thing look cute. This is cute. Okay, I think it's Z. Yes. Okay, of course we're gonna want to put this over by like the viewing area. And I'll put yes. Oh no, I actually
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
I don't like where that is.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Oh, whoops. Oh lordy. Hold on. That is totally through the glass. Oh yeah, it is. Oh. It's fine. It's staff over there. Doesn't matter. Completely okay. What was I doing? What was I supposed to do?
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain.
Plants.
That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
It doesn't like plants. It doesn't like plant. Oh. It wants more toys, but they also want more plants.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay. Where am I supposed to? I'm trying! I'm trying, I really am. I don't know where I can put this. Like where? Alright, that's good. Yeah. So the grass is good. Long grass. I don't know what else to do for you guys. Intensity. I want 100% intensity. I want long grass. Everywhere. I don't know what else to do. There's like nowhere else I can put long grass. I can... Perfect. And soil can just be put around here. Oh! They have too much long grass. Baby?
Right then. All
There,
animals
perfect,
need
haha.
plants and trees from their own
I
biome
was
or
confused.
continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
He's taking a dump. I
Now,
just thought it was
as you
cute
can
'cause
see,
his face
some
is
of the
all,
plants
like,
currently in the
constipated.
habitat aren't quite
I just thought
right
it was
for the
funny.
tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
I don't like the wattle bushes.
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Temperate. Oh, nature, I see. So, I want... Oh, I see. Biome. Temperate. I like the temperate stuff because I think these trees are so much nicer. I personally think we need a lot more trees. Because trees are great. I don't know what you mean about trees. It will cover up all of my ugly mistakes.
They
not
say
done.
that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger.
Not done!
Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their fence.
I guess that
Oh,
works
but
now.
for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
I just wanted to block that up a little bit because it's
Right,
ugly.
let's head over to the
Look at
Indian
him,
peafowls.
he's swimming.
I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Look at him! Oh my god, he's even wet. After like coming out of the water, I actually like make him look wet. Pretty cool. I like this game. Very detailed. Alright, we'll leave you alone now. Right, where are we going now? Ooh, the peafowl. This is the thing that I wanted to like do the most because like,
Now
I
then,
love
just
this.
find one of the peafowls and select them to open
Come
their
here. I
information
know your
panel.
issue
Then we
already.
can
Come
have a
here.
good gander at how they're doing.
You're
Although
cute.
technically, I suppose
Female
gandering would just be
peafowl,
for
that's
geese.
cute. Alright, let's see. So,
Expand their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
social. Oh wait. Plants seems to be its most. issue.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space, and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
They want more.
Right, as you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Alright, there we go. Look at this, like, though, isn't this just such a cute enclosure for peafowls? They have like a little maze. They got some nice, like, they got a nice little. I don't really like that. This like, shelter. But this is okay, they can, like, play in that, I guess. I guess, does this count, like, as a thing for them or something? I don't know. But I think that's cute.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Oh, over here. Bro, you away from all the
Just
action.
like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Leopard. You're cute.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Bruh, you freaking
As
melting!
you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
I'm trying to. Can I hide it under here? Oh no. I think. Oh. Put it on that. And then one back here.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
So terrain. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like all that stuff. Where's okay, snow. There you go, bud. A lot more.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Where? Oh, I see. Zoo. Bro, that money's going up wicked fast. Right when I say it's like...
As you can see, this list shows you the animals' overall welfare. So, if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Alright, turtles. Let's do the turtles, because I like turtles. Let's see what's up with these turtle. Oh, okay, so they don't like any of this. They don't like that there's not enough grass, so let's put some grass in here. They probably ate all of it. I probably have to come in here and like put more grass in every day. So that's good. Shelter, hard shelter. Let's see what's up with their hard shelter. Oh, okay, so they don't have enrichment either, so let's go over here. Did they need a heater? How's their temperature? Temperature's fine, apparently. So I just need to find a hard shelter that works for them. Species. What are these guys? What are these guys? What type of turtle? Like, I know they're a turtle. Albra giant tortoise. I don't want the biggest. Oh gosh, that's big. Okay. I need a hard shelter, but it doesn't need to be like freaking massive. Really, I think this is what we want. I think this is what we're gonna want. What we're gonna want. But I want to put it like over here, so I want to get rid of that. Move that over there. Yeah? What do you think of that? Okay, so it's not enough to cover it? That's a lot of that's a lot of space for 3 little turtles. Alright, let's see if I can find a different one, I guess. Let's find a different one. Okay, habitat. What about this massive one? Is this what you want? You want this big one? There. Huh?
Woohoo! Yeah.
Ta-da? You like? Oh, look at that! Oh! Oh my god, look at him! He's so goofy! He's literally so goofy. Okay. Okay, now we can go on to enrichment. I don't know what a turtle would play with. Oh, okay. So, herb scent marker. let's put this like right over here. And a little ball. And I don't want to put a sprinkler because it's a turtle. Oh. Dang it, the aquatic expansion pack is a viable thing. Really want that, but like it's whatever. Flop. There we go. Only 50%? Ooh, you want food. You want food. Okay. Sorry about that. I kind of forgot that there was also food ones. Fruit spike tree. And let's do one of those. Alright. I have what's up with the terrain? Oh. You guys want sand? Really? Apparently these guys actually like sand. So let's they actually like, let's give them like a beach. Let's just thoroughly spoil the crap out of the turtles. There you go. They got their own little beach. They got the little beach ball. I thoroughly spoiled the crap out of the turtles. Anything else you guys need? No? Great. Let's go see anyone else that's like not that happy. Oh god, the zebras they don't like anything that's going on over there right now. So let's go over there. You don't like soil. Like at all. Like at all. So let's get this long grass and just absolutely fill this place up with grass. Oh, I can make this bigger. Let's just fill this place up to the rim with this grass. And then we'll get some other grass. Okay, terrain is now fixed for these guys. Let's see what else they need. Oh, whoops. Well, what else is up with you? Okay, let's see. Plants. You don't like plants? Enrichment's low. How is the giraffe? You good? Oh, whoops, didn't mean to double click you, but you're kinda cute. Oh, look at that, that's kinda cute. Okay. Let's go see what's up with this giraffe. Enrichment. Okay, so it's both enrichment. One of them hates the plants. Or just doesn't approve of the plants that we got right now. So let's see what I can do. Oh wait, what? Oh, no, those plants. Nature. Okay, so you guys like grassland. So let's go grassland. Alright, let's knock out all that. Oh wait, actually. Whoops. Damn it. Keep double clicking them. So you like grassland and tropical. Because you're sharing it with a giraffe, let's just do all tropical because not tropical. All grassland because that's what seems to work right now. With you guys having giraffes involved. A few of those because they're cute. you have more trees? I've got these little ones. I want to use some because we don't have like hardly enough trees. Or ground foliage, may I add, because I feel like a little more ground foliage would be
Not
nice.
bad. Not bad at all. I
wasn't
think it's
done.
fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Oh,
Sounds like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but...
Okay, let's stop doing the tutorial, because I've decided that the tutorial is now boring. Let's go over to the... oh, wait. Let's continue on the tutorial because I think my friend said there's like a really weird way you have to like cage animals again when they get out. So let's quickly just do this tutorial. This episode will just be about tutorials and doing cute stuff to animals. That one's pink, this one's red. Sorry, I was just... my brain just like got super distracted. Ooh, gummies! Even more distracted, as you can see.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from
It
dreary
is.
old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for
I
apes,
freaking
but for
hate
all kinds
monkeys.
of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And
I hate
the way
monkeys.
the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives.
I hate
Anyway,
monkeys.
that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If
Hey,
we
monkeys!
can all leave some part of the
hate
world
them.
in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates though, we've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
You're moving me around. I'm okay with these guys. These guys
Red-ruffed
aren't
lemurs are
apes.
found in the rainforests of Masuala.
Kind of.
That's in
Oh, they're not
northeast
monkeys.
Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up
Come
to
here.
25 years.
We're looking at you.
See that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Shh, I'm looking at the monkey. Well, the not so monkey. Okay? This one's cute. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at him. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, let's stop looking at the glitchy those things. Oh. Now this thing, I'm not so okay with. I don't like monkeys,
The
but it looks
Bornean
like...
orangutan is such a marvelous creature.
Okay.
They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on
Still
the planet.
kind of don't like it, but kind of
Assuming
cute.
you don't count any
Oh,
lions
it's
that got
kind of
stuck up
cute.
one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera. Aren't they just incredible?
Kind of cute. Not gonna
When you're
lie,
ready,
kind
let's
of
go and
cute.
have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite
really
the characters.
Testing me, woman, with your real, let's go to the next thing attitude. You're annoying.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
How do I undo the key? Alright, Oh, I see.
Good, now open the animals tab.
What the fuck? Oh,
And
I
click
see.
on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos.
Oh, I see.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement, sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area.
Oh,
You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet. Now, click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo.
bye, bitch. I just
Great.
plopped that
Now
man
let's
into
deal with our
existence. Welcome to the
escapee
life
before
of
they
the
can cause
living,
too much
man.
havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Bro, that man running.
And then, click on the Call Vet button to call the vet over to capture it.
I keep breaking shit.
Oh, okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over
Bonobo
there.
know what's up. Bonobo know no bound!
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
That has pushed the up arrow.
Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the Animals tab. And finally, click on Unbox All Animals to let them out. I
There we go.
expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet. So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again. Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly. And more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our
something that
vets is
happened?
animal research.
Sounds like something
Researching
happened.
animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items,
Also, I'm
additional
feeling
information for our
marshmallow
education
gummies,
resources,
if you guys are asking why I'm
enhanced
so
breeding
quiet.
programs, and improvements to
That's
food
why.
quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
We'll make them do what? Where? Oh, I see it.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell, so we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
Yeah?
Right. Splendid work.
I
Now
don't
that
know
we have a
where it
brand
is, but
spanking
that's
new
ugly.
research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh,
Bro, that's
by the way,
it's ugly.
it's worth noting
So
that the
ugly.
vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the
Okay.
zoo section and select Vet Research.
Oh.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, really fucking files. Keepers, security guards. Oh, fuck. Nope. Come here. God damn it. I don't understand.
Actually, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Oh, let me turn off the phone alarm real quick, because it's going off in the corner of my room. Hi, Olive. I know. Where's my phone? There it is. Good bird. Olive, want to join? Alright, we have Olive now. She's our co-speaker. Alright, Olive's joining us for our excursion. She's a Senegal, and she's a baby. And I love her. She's quiet, though, so she won't be screaming at all. Yeah, she's a good girl. Alright. What was I doing? What does it want me to do? Oh, the ringtails. Are you the ringtails? No, these aren't the ringtails. There.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Okay. Let me see. Education. Easy. Clear out. Clear the way. So that there. And a speaker. Over here, maybe? I have an education board. Oh. Wait, what?
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
I don't know what this does. Ring-tailed lemur. I also want this to be ring-tailed lemur. What is this? I don't know what this is. What's there? What the hell did the— oh, there— oh god, that's a horrible space for the speaker. Ring-tailed lemur, if that works. I don't know though. Hi, Olive. Alright, I did it! What do you want me to do now? Turn on surfaces. Wait.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Give me a second. Yes, give me a hot second. Okay, look at that. I did it. I think. Yeah, I did it. Okay. Education 0. That's fun. Right, so let's get another speaker then.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Oh, Ooh, you right. Right.
Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
I'm sorry, what? I was too busy fighting with the freaking ringtails. Oh, one-way glass, that's cool. Alright,
Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space. And you can fulfill that
Oh my god,
requirement
these
by
things are
building them a
popping
climbing
out
frame.
babies. Look at the
Let's
babies.
find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we?
Alright,
Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
I like the baby. It's cute. Oh my god, you're
Next,
just vibing
click
out,
on the
man.
Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim.
I'm
They
recording.
certainly do keep us on our toes.
How are you today? Alright, what? Oh, I see. This. Oh, I see. This. I'm gonna put this right there.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Yes.
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality.
I've done it. Now stop giving me a tutorial.
Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering. So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild.
Yeah, I can release
See,
one or two of
when
these
we
freaking
feel an
lemurs. They're
animal is
everywhere.
ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well,
This one.
their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Over here? Oh, this one.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agung, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list.
What one? Burn? Ungung. I like Ungung. This one?
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Alright, you guys just freaking ate everything on that plate. So
I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit.
Oh.
I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
Oh. Where is it? Hello? Oh!
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap.
Very small.
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
I was up. Hold on, game. I need to. R. M. Stop being down. I don't know how. I see. Or what? Oh god. This is hard. Hold on. No! Hold on, my ear is incredibly itchy. Hold on, I don't. I'm having technical difficulties. Right, so. Facilities. This one I want to put in here. How the hell did that woman get in there? Can you move?
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
Hold on. I need these people to get out of the freaking. Where the heck am I supposed to... How? How? I don't understand. I see the issue now. I just need it to, like... Stop. Aha! Alright. Now? Hey! Buns freaking eye! Alright, so let's move.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab.
Climate.
Here you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy. That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now. Just like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the Gila monster. Go on.
Gila monster.
Lovely stuff.
Move your
now
fat
our guests
butt.
can learn all about our venomous friend
Move.
here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you.
Thank you.
I need you to increase the
to.
number of species in the zoo.
Relocate.
You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Right, what am I supposed to be doing? Building the exhibits, I'm guessing? Hold on. Oh, I see, okay, okay. Just kind of speaker 19. Research. Continue. Alright, so I'm guessing I'm supposed to be building? Question mark? Yes. Oh wait, is there anything in here? Is this an empty exhibit? Oh no, it has 2 hippos. Only 2. So your temperature's not right. Oh, I was supposed to do here, so I'm guessing it. Okay, so we need more adults, I guess. So let's just go do that again. Oh, that's my animals. I need, that's a lot of monkeys. Does there happen to be a hippo? Maybe. Aha, here we are. So I'm gonna go female. Another female. There you go. There. That should fix the too few issue, right? Is that a male? Yeah, just 1 male, 3 females. That should be enough, right? Great. Where's your temperature? Not enough swimming? Or like... Navigation area. So I'm guessing they want more? Because I can fill this up more. A lot more, actually. I'm gonna guess they want more. Calculating, obstructed. Apparently that's obstructed, so. Alright, is there a way I can... it's like it's even worse. Well, how am I supposed to fix that? Don't know. Alright. What about it? What does this say? I don't get. Okay. I don't know what I was supposed to do, so I'm gonna just build a new exhibit right here, I'm guessing. I'm gonna make a path off of this, maybe? I wanna make it go down. Alright, so. I delete that. Okay. I would like to get rid of that, please. Okay. Right. Haha! I know what I'm doing. Ha 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 ha. Me doesn't know what to do. I know what I want. I want flamingos. In this little place? Yes. Yes, I do. But why, Adrien? Because it's a flamingo. That's why. Huzzah. Okay. So we're gonna put that there. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we got this big honker-donker of a place now. So let's go find something we can put in this massive spot, because I did not think about that. Like, I really did not think about... Oh my god, yes! Female. We're gonna adopt one male. And... females. I don't know if these things are territorial, but I'm guessing they are. I don't know. Let's buy 2 males just in case they aren't territorial. So there's like a lot of space in here, like maybe a little too much, like even it's more than the hippos have. And these guys aren't really that big. But like, doesn't matter, no. Just. Let's give him a food bowl. Wait, that's a food bowl large. That's a food bowl small. Aha, here's what I'm looking for. Alright, so let's give them shelter. And these guys aren't the biggest, so I don't think we need something. Oh god, no. We need something best. Maybe just like this. Yeah, we could just use something else. Maybe just 2 of these. I need... Alright, so... Yes. Just yes. So when these guys get here, I can see what they like. So I can go and change things as needed. But that zookeeper is taking a really long time. I just need at least 1 here. There it is. Oh! Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, let's see what these guys like. Alright, so... enrichment. What do you guys like for enrichment? They actually look to be doing fine. Oh god, welfare. Social group, bad. Too many adults. Eee, that's gonna get worse. Okay. Let's just, quickly release. Wait, where's the male? Did I just release the only male? No, there's a male right there. Alright, so... I love these things, they're so cute. Okay. Let's release... Wait, this is a male. Wait, if this is a male and... That's a male. Well, that's a female. Well, how do you guys feel about that? Male, male. Female. Let's just get rid of that one. Alright, so that's a better number. 2? Really? Okay, fine. Alright, let's go to enrichment, I guess. I'm really hoping I can put a bunch of them in here because there's a lot of them, but not the space, but I guess not. I just want to put those in there. Make it look better. There we go. Alright, let me... hello? Why are you injured and in the water, you dumb, stupid frickin' whatever? I don't know why you're injured. I don't know why you're in the water while you're injured. But you're doing that, so that's great. Let's see. What are these dudes called? Alright, species. It's a Bridzer's Tapper. Bridzer's Tapper. One of those. And one of those. So you guys like grassland, tropical, and temperate. So let's get people are just looking at it from there. That's really weird. Okay. Oh, those are cute. Let me just There we go. I needed a reason to put those there, and it was just such a strange tree that really did not need to be here that I wanted it to be here. Okay, people apparently really like these because they can't see them, so... Let me, invade these dudes' privacy real quick. There you go. I've completely invaded their privacy so you guys can see them. What I need is freaking train. That's what I want. Okay. Right, let's go start our own zoo. So I'm gonna end this video here. And then I'm gonna be posting another one of us actually starting to do our own zoo. So these are gonna be back-to-back videos. Let me, so we'll be back. We'll be back. We'll see you for episode 2.